Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, I have this amazing appetizer recipe for you guys. On today's menu, we have this amazing Swedish meatball with this absolutely delicious creamy Cajun sauce. Hope you're ready. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's begin. All right, take a quick look of all the ingredients here. I will have the measurement below in the description box for you guys. I am using milk, parsley, minced garlic, Worcestershire sauce, 1 egg, seasoned panko bread, and also I am using mozzarella cheese. You will need a little bit of all-purpose flour to make your creamy sauce. And here's the cheese I'm using. It's mozzarella cheese. I am going to stuff it with the cheese I forgot to mention. Also, to season our meatballs, I am using white pepper, cayenne pepper, Italian seasoning, and there's some salt there as well. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it from the white plate. And I have some chopped onion. Make sure you dice them very small. And also, this is basically my Cajun seasoning that I am making from scratch because I don't have any pre-made one. I will leave, of course, the measurement below. And also, we have some Parmesan cheese. On the side, we have unsalted butter as well as some chicken broth. And we have the heavy cream over there. And for the meat, I am using ground turkey mixed with ground pork. Or you can use whatever meat that you do like, okay? So to move on, I am going to season my meat. So I am going to pour in the minced garlic. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of that parsley. Next, we're going to add our W sauce. And let me know down below if you guys have a hard time saying Worcestershire sauce because I used to never know how to say it. Now I'm going to be adding my dry seasoning. Just pour that in. It's going to be super flavorful. Now I'm adding 1 egg in, a large egg. Now we're going to be adding our seasoned panko bread. You can use the plain one if you want, but just make sure to add enough seasoning to make your meatball taste very flavorful. Now I'm going to pour in the whole milk. Next, I am going to be adding in the onions. Like I said, make sure your onions are nice and finely chopped. Now you're going to use your hand to make sure everything is well incorporated. So mix that in really good. And if you need any more panko bread, just add that in because you don't want your meatball to be falling apart. So make sure you add more panko if you need to. Now I'm going to be forming my meatballs. Very easy. Just try not to make them too big. That way they can cook thoroughly. So I am going to be stuffing those meatballs with some mozzarella cheese, which is very optional, but I like it. So, okay, I am going to be adding some cheese in there. It doesn't have to be super crazy cheesy, but just a little bit of cheese will just make it cheesy. Okay, so we're going to form our meatballs. If you want, just take a spoon so you can make all of your meatball the same size. That way they can cook at the same time. Now, once I am done with all of my meatballs, this is what they looks like. I am going to be cooking them. So I'm going to drizzle about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into my skillet. Then we're going to place our meatball in there. Now I am cooking these on medium-high heat. Now you're going to cook them for about 3 minutes per side, then flip it over and of course cook the other sides. Now the meatballs are nice and ready to be flipped over, so just go ahead and flip them over until all of the sides are nice and golden brown. Now they looking nice and colorful and golden brown, so I am going to pop these in the oven to ensure they're thoroughly cooked on 350 for about 10 minutes. While that is baking, I am going to jump in and make my creamy Cajun sauce. So I am going to melt about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Once that is melted, I am going to be adding in my garlic. Once that is nice and fragrant and turning golden brown, we're going to be cooking the flour. Make sure to cook the flour for about 30 seconds to a minute to remove any raw flour taste. Then we're going to be pouring in the heavy cream. Now to add some flavor to our sauce, I am going to be adding in my homemade Cajun seasoning. Just be careful with the cayenne pepper in there as that can be very spicy. Now we're going to give it a stir as we go. Next, we're going to be adding in our cheese. I am going to be adding some Parmesan cheese. Because I didn't have enough of the Parmesan cheese, I went ahead and add some mozzarella in there as well. But of course, just use Parmesan if you have Parmesan. And our sauce is getting thicker, it's getting creamier, and you can taste it at this point to see if you need anything else. Now, once my 10 minutes is up for my meatballs, I am going to grab them from the oven. Look how cheesy they look. The cheese literally coming out. I love it here. So I am going to add these into the creamy sauce. Guys, literally I came up with this recipe because I didn't know what to post today. And I came up with this. Let me tell you, this was A1. It's absolutely flavorful, delicious. It was a little spicy, but it was So now let's just stop with the B-roll. Let's just add those into our creamy sauce. Yes. So now I am going to baste my meatballs with the creamy Cajun sauce. Let me tell you, you can eat this with a side of mashed potatoes, or you can just dump some cooked noodles in there, spaghetti, you name it, because this will go great with like a pasta. And I think it will go great with some rice as well. Like I said, I came up with this recipe because I didn't know what to post for you guys, and it came out so good. Take a good look. Come on. This right here definitely deserves a thumbs up. And of course, by the time I get to eat this, it was a little bit cold because I was taking nice pictures. I have to have a nice thumbnail, but if you eat it right away, the cheese will just literally pump out. I hope you guys try this out, because when I tell you this was good, this is 10 out of 10. This was a big fat yay for me. Just trust and believe, okay? And if you try this out, just come back in this comment section. Let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching, guys. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next recipe. Bye, guys.